What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to talk about unself-aware incels and normies who are, you know, blue pillars, but they are not aware that they are blue pillars. You could call these, normies or just your basic bitch normie, whatever you want to call it. Right. So we all have these kind of friends. I have one in particular that comes to mind. He's a friend. He's my friend. I mean, I would never say his real name to anyone, but I just kind of want to talk about something I've observed. Uh, everyone watches each other on social media. And I've kind of watched, him over my life. It's very sad to see. It's these people who are so unself-aware, and they live in a perpetual state of wondering, why me? Why do all these bad things keep happening to me? And it's just very sad to see. He is 5'4", Hispanic male. I think he has like a curly afro type texture to his hair. Soy disposition. Not exactly the most masculine dude on the planet. Obsessed with video games, anime. He's the archetypical Peter Pan syndrome, man child that we see today. Obsessed with the pornography, but doesn't realize that this affects his relationships with other people, especially women. Right, so he's like kind of desensitized himself to perversion, right? So he wonders why he can't keep a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend myself, but I really don't want one. It's just sad to see that he is so upset as to why, these relationships never work out. He is an alcoholic, a drug addict, and he seems to think that it's okay, right? He's an ex-con. He went to prison for having weed residue, but the police thought it was tar heroin, and I really don't know what it was, but I remember when he went to prison for a year. And so that goes to show that even thug maxing will get you nowhere. So even if you are an actual felon, if you are 5'4", and you're a soy boy, manlet, thug maxing becomes null. So I don't know if you could call him a thug necessarily. I mean, I really don't understand how you go to prison and then you come out, softer than what you were whenever you went in. But, go figure. But, it was funny. One time he told me that his girlfriend called him a cuck to his face, which I thought was very brutal. And, that drove him further into alcoholism. I thought it was kind of humorous, only because he did not believe me when I told him, that the dating market was so difficult nowadays. It was so skewed that unless you have it all, now. Unless you are, 6 foot, financially well off, making six figures, you know, confident, 1950s style man. Uh, you know, it's very hard to please a woman. You have to be it all. You have to take the place of her father ultimately. Um, it's almost impossible to keep a girl around, and it was just very sad to see that he would not listen to anything that I would tell him, because I guess he dismissed me as being, uh, you know, I don't know what he thinks of me. Uh, Maybe that I'm like this, I don't know, brutish, just archaic type dude. But maybe he dismissed me as being pessimistic or whatever. But it was very sad to see that he can't see what I see. Whenever you are a felon, or whenever you have no, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but whenever your life is ultimately just like screwed up, I think that doesn't really hit people like immediately. Some people, it doesn't set in, how screwed up their life really is until later on in life, and you think that everyone else is lying to you, or trying to put a rain on your party or whatever, trying to rain on your party, which I'm not. But I was just telling him, I said, how do you let someone know that you know why everything is going terrible in his life? Most people are not ready to accept the blue pill or red pill or black pill even. It's just too much for them. They will hate you because it's just too much, which is very sad. Some people it's just too much for them. I think most men, most normies, they never wake up. They never realize why their life is the way it is. They never wonder. They wonder, but they'll never come to the conclusion, because they don't know. Because the path of the black pillar, it's a very dark path, but also it's a good path. It's a hard path to travel. It's very steep. It's very lonely, but it's the right path. People who take the black pill, they see the world for what it is. So you have an innate advantage over other people, ultimately because you've taken off the rose-tinted glasses that blinds so many normies. They can't see reality for what it is. And he, from what I know, still doesn't get what I'm saying. Like, I've tried to let him know, but I think he's coming around. I'm not very sure, but it's just, whenever you see someone who doesn't understand, what the basic requirements to getting a woman are these days, and you do not meet any of them, it's very unfortunate, because he genuinely has this optimism that I have not had in a long time. You know, this feeling that, you know, as long as you're confident, you can just go get a woman to talk to you. But nah, it's not that way anymore. You know, and it's also sad because he has tried different methods to the dating strategy, right? So I've seen him even go down the route of gynocentrism by putting himself and other men down in hopes that maybe that might score him some sort of Facebook brownie points amongst his female peers, and that has not worked out. Just today, he sent me a message, you know, asking me. I could tell he was drunk, of course. He was saying, you know, something along the lines of, you know, why do I put so much effort into life and I get no results? That's basically what he was saying. He was talking in, you know, misspelled drunken text style. It was just kind of like sad. I mean, how do you tell him that life is chaotic and it's an unforgiving jungle out here? You know, ultimately, all that matters is how you look and how confident you are. And if you do not have both of those, it's very hard to keep the attention of a female. You have to be providing something that women like to keep her around. And in our society and day and age, you have to have it all. And if you do not have it all, it's hard to please, you know. I would say it goes the other way around too. I mean, you know, a guy, they'll have sex with an ugly girl, but are you really gonna want to stick around? Like, I don't think too many would. If you're honest, if you would be honest with yourself, I don't think too many men would, because men, they want, you know, the top, you know, top genetic material that humanity has to offer. That's Stacy. You know, that's the Stacy of our society. That's the best humanity has to offer, and everybody wants it. The men want it, the women want it, and I don't know. People will come around if you just befriend them, and all you really should do is be there for your friends for whenever they inevitably come to the realization that, you know, they too are incels, but they do not know it yet. Yeah. If you have an incel friend who is unself-aware, just try to lead them to water, but you cannot make them take the black pill. You can lead them to the black pill, but you cannot make them take it. Of course, if you are watching this video, you are so... You're within the tiny minority of people who are within the brutal black pill sphere. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just not good to leave people in the blue pill, especially if they in the blue pill world, if they need to be in the black pill world, especially if you know it would do them a great service. All right, that's it for now. All right, bye.